Good evening, everyone. This is Bremster, and today I'm coming to you with a video that's going to have quite an introduction. This puzzle is called Brem's Tools, and this is by rockratzero. And this puzzle is using two constraints that are being used throughout an entire puzzle pack that rockratzero has put together called the Modular Dutch Workshop. And this puzzle is a puzzle that could have been in that pack, but isn't, because it's been created specifically for my channel so that I can announce the pack. So there are 9 puzzles in the pack, and this one is a bonus that you will get. And a link for the pack as well as to this puzzle, as always, will be below, where you'll be able to try this puzzle and then download the pack. Now, I'm going to be posting this puzzle to my Patreon page as a free post, so you don't have to be a Patreon follower of mine to get it. I will also post a links below to or in the description below, or in the details below, there is a link to the Skunkworks free packs page where you'll be able to download this. And I'm just going to share links for everywhere so people can easily find the pack. So please feel free to grab the pack, grab the and all the puzzles, and enjoy the puzzles that rockratzero has put together. Now, I'm recording this video well in advance, as I've been saying for all of them, so all of the details have not yet fully been locked down and on everything. The pack is ready and all the puzzles have been done, but I don't have all of the release details and how it's all going to be done exactly. Now, the reason I'm releasing this now rather than earlier is this is video number 734 on my channel. Now, that's not a special video at all. I mean, it's not a special number, except for when rockratzero noticed that I was coming up for that, and this puzzle had 734, as you can see in the grid over there, making sure I'm pointing in the right direction, has 734 in it, that we could use that as a kind of gimmick. It's a gimmick. It doesn't mean anything, but it's kind of cool that we're releasing this 734 themed puzzle based around Brem's tools, that you can see the headphones and the microphone and the mouse that I use. It's a fun thing, and I really like it. Now, with the pack, I'm not going to be running a competition this month. We're going to be doing something a little bit different, and I think this is something that I'm very happy to do. So I am going to be running people can send in solution codes for the puzzle. If you email me at the email address, and all the details will be below. So probably for the next, we're releasing this middle October. So if we say by the end of October, anyone who submits solution codes, for everyone who submits solution codes to at least 3 of the puzzles, we are going to each put 50 cents that we donate to a charity that we're going to donate to. So there'll be $1 per person that enters. Now, we're going to cap this at $100, so $50 each, because we're doing this out of our own pockets. But rockratzero is going to donate to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, and links to that will be below, so you can check up who's going to donate to. And I'm going to be donating to the Breast Cancer Network Australia, which is the same I donated to with the Barbie puzzle last month. And these are charities that are doing incredibly good research into different forms of cancer, and we wanted to support someone with this. So if you solve the puzzles and just send those through, then we will make a donation out of our own pockets. We want to get the community behind puzzles and feeling. We just want to drive the community to feeling, I don't know, it just felt like something that we could do. So yeah, hopefully that is something. Now, the solution codes are going to be row 3 of the puzzle. So just solve the puzzle, send row 3 to all the details will be below, and then we will make that donation. But the important thing is to enjoy puzzles. What this is about. More information will come soon about ways that I can help communicate about puzzles and packs and all of that sort of stuff. But right now, there's been a long intro. Let's get to the puzzle, shall we? Because I'll tell you now, Modular Lines and Dutch Whisper are 2 constraints that I'm not very good at. So let's see how we go with this one. So what are the rules? Now, the rules formatting on this one is all based on the rules format that is being used for the pack. So it's not in the standard rewriting thing that I would do. So let's have a look. So normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. The teal lines are modular lines. And what that means is for every set of 3 digits along that, there will be a complete set of digits modulo 3. what does that mean? It's simple, basically. What the modulo 3 means is if you were to divide the number that is in the cell by 3, what is left over? But basically what it means is there will be one digit from the set of 147, one from the set of 258, and one from the set of 369. 147, if you divide those by 3, the remainders are 1. 258, if you divide those by 3, the remainders are 2. And 369, the remainders are 0. So those are your remainder sets. And you can get those numbers by looking at your numeric keypad and just looking at the vertical bands. 147 is vertical, 258 is vertical, and 369 is vertical. So, but within each of the any set of 3 cells along a teal line must contain one of each of those sets. Digits on a 2-cell line must be from a different modular groups. Now, that is relevant, I assume, in some of the puzzles on the pack. It is not from here. Okay, Dutch whispers. Adjacent digits on an orange line must vary by at least 4. So what that means is if you pick any 2 cells on an orange line, that's 2 cells, they must have a difference of at least 4. Similar to German whispers, except the difference is a little bit smaller, which makes the logic a little bit more tricky. We have Kropki pairs. Cells separated by a black dot must be in a 1:2 ratio. Not all dots are necessarily given. And then we've got these quads, which are quadruples, and digits contained in the large circle must appear at least once in the 4 cells that are touching that circle. They're the rules of the puzzle. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer, and let's give this a shot. Now, interestingly enough, I'm going to start with a combination of Kropki and quadruples because I can see one thing here immediately, and I have no idea if it's going to help me. But this quadruple here is telling me that one of those 2 cells must be a 7. And the reason for that is on a Kropki dot, one side of a black Kropki dot must be, or a ratio dot, must be low, and the other side must be even. Now, they could both be low or they could both be even, but 1 doubles to 2, 2 doubles to 4, 3 doubles to 6, 4 doubles to 8. So far, low, even. The next set is 5 doubling to 10, and that doesn't work. So you'll notice there that 5, 7, and 9 can never appear on a black Kropki dot. So, and it does do something. So 7 is in one of these 2 cells because I can't put it on a black Kropki dot. That means that 7 can't be in any of those 3 cells, but 7 therefore has to be in one of those 2 cells, but it can't be on a black Kropki dot. So that is a 7. Can I continue this? 7 now has to be in one of those 2, but it can't be on a black Kropki dot. So that is a 7. That's not telling me much apart from that. At least not with the 7s. But I can now start looking at the Dutch whisper lines, because on a Dutch whisper line, I actually find Dutch whisper lines are easier to explain once you understand German whisper concepts. And I know this is weird. I'm explaining a rule that isn't in this puzzle in order to explain Dutch whisper, but I find it's easier to understand the more constrained line in order to understand the less constrained line. And what I try and do here is explain concepts. So on a German whisper line, the adjacent digits must have a difference of at least 5. Okay, so it's different to this line. But on a German whisper line, you can never put a 5 because the 5 difference would mean that 5 lower would be 0 or lower and 5 higher would be 10 or higher. Also, because of the way that the line works, the 5 difference, if you put a low digit, you can't go down. And if you go up, you leapfrog the 5 to high, and the same logic works in reverse. So you'll always alternate between 1, 2, 3, 4 low and 6, 7, 8, 9 high. Now, on a Dutch whisper line, you have the same property, except for the fact that you can put a 5 on the line if it goes next to a 1 or a 9. Because if you pick any digit from 2 to 4, any digit that is on the other side of it is going to be a high digit, because of the 4 difference, you will have to leapfrog the 5. A 1 doesn't have to leapfrog the 5, it can land on the 5. The high digits 6 through 8 must leapfrog the 5, but the 9 can land on the 5. So when you've got a 7 like this, and I'm actually going to do high-low coloring, this is going to actually be, no, I'm not, because this is going to be tricky. These 4 difference from 7 is either 1, 2, or 3, because 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think 3 is okay. Normally you couldn't do 3. Yeah, 1, 2 is okay on a German whisper line. So 3 is okay next to 7. So these are from 1, 2, 3, which does mean 4 is in one of those 2 because of the quadruple. I have to put 3 and 4 in here. Now, this isn't telling me anything about this modular line at all. But this now has to it's either high or 5. And I'm not sure what that's telling me. This is where things get a little bit tricky here. I do know there's a 7 in one of those, and it could actually be there. No, not one of those. What am I talking about? I did have a 7. I can put a 7 right there, because by Sudoku, 7 has to be in one of those. I completely missed this. 7 had to be in one of those, because I can't put it in those or those, because of the pointing 7, and I can't put it on the dot. So 7 is in one of those, which puts 7 in one of those. Right, it knocks... ha ha ha. I could have continued the 7s if I was paying attention. 7 is in one of those 3, but because of the quadruple, it has to be in one of those 2, and it can't be on the Kropki dot, so that becomes the 7. Now these are from 1, 2, and 3, because they're the only things that can go next to a 7 on a Dutch whisper line. Now, that 7 knocks 7 out of those and puts 7 into one of those 2. And now I've got 7 approximately placed on all of the quadruples. Now I need to put a 4 in one of those 2. There's almost certainly a trick here that I am not getting. Now, I don't have to put a 3 in one of those. I could put a 3 down here. Well, I can't put a 3 there. That's the trick. Where does 3 go around this quadruple? I can't put it here because the only thing that can go next to a 3 on a black Kropki dot is 6, and this can't be a 6, it'd be too close to the 7. So the 3 is in one of those 2, which takes the 3 out of those, which means this is a 1-2 pair, which is cool, which means this is now a 3-4. Looking down, which means 3 is in one of those. Okay. Now, this can't be 3, 6, and it can't be 1, 2. So there is a 4 on that dot. Right. It can't be 3, 6 because the 3 is in here. And if I put 3, 6 here, I can't put 3 around this quadruple because I can't put it there because that can't be 6, and I can't put and I couldn't put it in those. So there wouldn't be a 3 around this quadruple. This can't be 1, 2. Because if it's 1, 2, that cell has no fill. So this can't be 1, 2. So it's either 2, 4 or 4, 8. They're the only possibilities. So it's from 2, 4, 8 and must contain a 4. However, now I can't put 4 in any of those 2. So that's the 4 and that's the 2. And now I've got a 2 on this modular line. That's cool. So as I move along this modular line, this can no longer be the 4 because the modularities, if you remember, are from 147, 258, and 369. Now, why can't that be the 4? Now, if I color this one as I'm actually going to use my modular colors, this being, if this was green, okay, so say green is one of the colors. The next one we'll say is blue. I'm going to use a more ostentatious blue, and this one is yellow. This is now, doesn't matter, well, it does matter, but I don't know what blue and yellow is yet. It could be from 147 or 369. I don't know. But this is from 258, and these are from the other 2. Now I want to ask myself about what those 3 are along the line. I know one of those is from 147 and one of them is from 369. So to complete this run of 3, that has to be from 258. So I can't put the 4 there. So this becomes the 4. And I'll get rid of that colouring for now. But what it does mean is that 1, 2, this can't be a 1 anymore, a 2 anymore, because then I'd have 2 of the same modularity next to each other. So that's the 1, that's the 2. And now I know the full modularity of this line, because as I move 3 along, 1, 2, 3, this is from 258, and it can't, so it's from 258, and then I get back and 3 along is fine. Now, this is from 147, so 1, 2, 3, this is from 147, and it can't be 4 or 7, so this is a 1. 1, 2, 3, this is from 147, and it can't be 1 or 7, so it's a 4, and 1, 2, 3, I get back. And these ones, the ones that are left over, have to be from 369. Can't put 3 there, because 3 is around this quad. Can put 3 there, can't put 3 there because 3 is in one of those 2 to complete this quad. So there's no 3 there. So that's from 6 or 9. Okay. Making some progress. Now, this has to be... the biggest trouble I've got with this puzzle so far is I'm not sure where to look. So 4 away from 4... has to be either 8 or 9, doesn't it? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So normally on it, yeah, it's 8 or 9. They're the only things that are 4 or more away. So these have to be from 8 or 9 because they're next to 4 on a Dutch whisper line. I'm not sure what that's doing for me because it gives a lot of freedom there. Well, 4 is in one of these two. Oh, I can't put 7. What have I done? I've mentioned this before. This 7 knocks 7 out of there. The Kropki dot knocks 7 out of there. So this was the 7. Sorry about that, everyone. But that's not done much. It's put 7 into one of those 4. Except I don't think it has. No, it hasn't. 7 is in one of those 2. And the reason for that is box 5. Because this 7 is knocking 7 out of all of those. So where can 7 go? Because I can't put 7 in all of those because of the other logic I've done. So 7 is in one of those 2, which means 7 is not in those, it's not in those, and that 7 saying 7 is not there. So 7 is in one of those 2 and one of those 2. And now I've got a lot of the 7s placed. This is kind of cool. Now, I'm not sure that this can be a 7. But this could go 9, 5... yeah, this line is going to have a huge impact. I don't think that can be 7 because I'd have to swap polarity too many times along that line. Because I know 1 is in one of those 2. But this could go 9, 5, 1, and then that could be 7. But then I wonder how I go this way. Because then I'd have to swap the polarity along this line as well. And I can't do it. If this is 7 and I've gone 9, 5, 1, 7, how do I swap the polarity along this line? I can't do it, but that I could see that that's true, but I can't see an easy way of explaining it. I can see 4 is in one of those by Sudoku. Oh, I could see that has to be the 7, but I'm trying to see how to prove that. I'm really trying to see how to prove that. Okay, so let's go along this modular line. So these, 1, 2, 3, this is from 258, which actually doesn't do that much, does it? And these are from 147. One of those has to be a 1. One of those absolutely has to be a 1 because I need to put a 147 somewhere up here and 4 and 7 are not available. So one of those 2 is a 1 and the other one is from 369. Actually, it's from 69. These are from 1, 6 and 9 because I can't use the 3. So 169 and there must be a 1. If this is 3, this is 6, this becomes 1, 9. If this is 4, this is 8. So this is either, yeah, this is either 6 or 8, is what I know. I feel this is the important deduction, but I don't... If that's 4, that's 8. What can this be? It can't have a 2 on it. And if it's 3, 6, it's that way. So this is either 3, 6 or 4, 8 because I can't use a 2 on it. So it can't be 1, 2 or 2, 4. If it's 4, 8, the 4 has to go here. And if it's 3, 6, the 3 has to go here. I really do feel it's this, and I'm trying to figure out how to explain it. Because as we go along this line, so let's color that. This is low, these are high. Okay. Now, if I make this one, let's use a green. So if I turn around and say this was a 5 in order to make this a high, actually, no, I've done that wrong Maybe I've gotten this wrong completely. So if this was to go low, high, yeah, high, low. So this is going to be low. But if I was to do a color swap somewhere, make this 5 and then make this low so I can make this high. So the whole point is to make this digit high so it can be 7. Along this line, I need to do a parity swap. And the only way you can do a parity swap is to go from a high digit. Actually, I can't do it. Because the only way you can do a parity swap is to do 959. Oh, no, I can, no, sorry, 951, and then I'm good. So I could go 951, and then I could go back to a high digit. But how do I do it along here? Because this becomes low, this becomes high, and then I can't do the parity swap because these are all in the same box. So I'm broken. I need to do another parity swap along here, but the only digit you can do a parity swap on is 5, and I've already used it here in the green digit. So it just doesn't work. So all of those can't be. This can't be the 7, because if this was the 7, I'd need to parity swap in one of these directions and two of these directions, and I can only do it in one. So that's the 7. And basically means I can't parity swap along here. Could put a 5 there, but that means that this has to be low. Now, because this being a 7 means this is from 1 or 2 or 3. 1, 2 or 3. I can't parity swap there because this is from 1, 2 or 3. It's not 1 because of that. But I was using the colours to try and demonstrate. Now, I think I could go 1, 5 and then a low digit there. Except I'd have to go 1, 5, 1. Oh, hang on. No. Am I just confusing myself here? No, I could do a swap. If this is 8, 1, 5, 9, I could do a parity swap here. I'm getting confused about the parity swap. But I could put 5 here, I could put 5 here, but I don't think I have to. 5 is definitely in one of those, though. Yeah, I'm confused. Now, this can't be a 5. This is a high digit. This is 6, 7, 8, or 9, and it's not 7. Where is 1 in this column? It's there or there. Hang on, it can't be there. 1 can't be here because of the pointing ones. 1 can't be there. It's too close to that 1. Can't put 1 in this box, and I can't put 1 in either of those cells. That's a 1. That is not a 1. This is a 2 or a 3. So now 1 is in one of those two. 1, 2 could work. So that could be a 5. Five in this row is either here or here. 5 in this box is in one of those two. Actually, that's a 5, 7. No, it's no 5, 6, 8, 9 go in those. No, I'm not seeing it. Oh, the 7, of course, took 7 out of there and put 7 into there. So these are from 1, 2, 3. That's not a 3 because the 3 has to be up here, which means there is a 4 on here. So what can this be? It can't be 1, 2. It can't be 2, 4, and it can't be 4, 8. This is 3, 6, which means there's no 6 here, and there's no 6 here. This is now a 1, 9 pair. Still hasn't told me the order. But these are from 5, 6, 8. There's no 6 there. So 6 is in one of those two. But there is a 4 on this with either 2 or 8. It still could be 2, 4 if this is 1 and 3. Yeah, I'm not sure. This is 1, 2, 3 because it has to be next to the 7. This is 1, 2, 3 and it can't be the 1. This is the 2, 3 pair. This is the 1. This is not the 1. Now, next to 2 or 3, I can't put the 5 because next to 3, sorry, if that was a 2, the closest I could put is a 6. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9, and it's not 7 because of that. This is 6, 8, 9. So 4 and 5 are up here, but I can't put 5 on the black dot. The 5 is in here. Hang on, that can't be a 4. It'd be too close to the 1 or the 2. That's not the 4. So there's no 1 or 2 or 3 there. So this is 4, 6, or 8 only, because 1, 2, and 3 are gone. Now, if this is 4, it'd be 2 or 8. If it's 6, it's 3, and if it's 8, it's 4. It can't be 4 and it can't be 3. And because it can't be 4, this can't be 8, and because it can't be 3, this can't be 6. This is the 4. Okay. Which means that's not the 4, this is the 4. So this is 2 or 8, and it can't be 2, so it's 8. This is now 3, which means this is the 2, and this is the 3. 3 is too close to 6, so this is now an 8-9 pair, making that a 2. Okay, sorry about the interruption. One of Brem's tools is my house has a fire alarm in it. And it went off literally as I was saying the very next word. So I'm going to drop I figured out where the edit point is when the audio goes completely to hell. I stopped the puzzle when my fire alarm went off because my fire alarm went off. So it's all dealt with. There was no fire. That was 3 days ago when the house behind me exploded. That's a different story, but yes, we had a major fire in the house behind us. It's been a weird week. Okay, so I just placed this 2, I believe. Yes, so I've taken 6 out of here because it's too close to 3. This is an 8-9 pair, which makes this a 2. That 2 and 8 are now looking at this, which makes this a 5, which is fine for your modular line. Okay, now... what has that? Sorry, I'm completely discombobulated. This 3 has taken 3 out of here, so the 3 goes here on the quadruple. This row is now missing a 6. Okay, so this now can't be 3, 6. So I can't put 3 on this dot. So 3 is not here. 3 is in one of those, except it's not here. So 3 is in one of these two. This is not a 6 anymore. This is a 3 or a 9. Little discombobulated. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, this is actually a quadruple. I need to put a 2 in here somewhere. 2's not here. 2's not here. So 2 is in one of those two. That's not really a stretch. Where is 5 in this column? Because this is a 3, 6, 8, 9 quadruple. So this is the 5. 5 is too close to 8, it's only 3 away, so this is the 9. The 9 looks down, making this the 3. The 3 looks up, making this the 6, and this the 3. I now can't put, yeah, there's just no 3 here. This 3 looks down, making this the 4, which makes this the 8. This is not the 4. That is not the 3. This is a triple. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 8, and 9. Well, I am not putting 9 on a black Kropki dot, not unless I want to make a boo-boo. So this is 2 or 8. So if this is 2, it's 1 or 4, and if it's 8, it is 4. So this is 1 or 4. And this is a 1-4 pair, because 1-4 is looking up into those, but I need to put 1-4 in the box. So this is just a 1-4 pair. Okay. Which matches up with the 4 having to be up here. Actually, where am I putting 3 on this quadruple now? This 3, 6 is meaning there's no 3 there. This is the 3. This is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 and 8 go into those. And that 2 makes that the 8 and that the 2. That takes 8 out of there. This 2 looks across, making this the 8, which means this is 6 and 3. So this is 4, which means this is 1 and 4, which means this is either 2 or 8. That got me a lot, didn't it? Hang on, there's no 2 or 8 here. So this is the 9. This is not the 9. Oh, this 2 makes this the 8 and this the 2. This 9 makes this the 6. This 2 makes this the 3, and this is now a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 9. It's a 5-9 pair. But this is a Dutch Whispers line. 3 is too close to 5. That's the 9, that's the 5. Is it? Oh, neither of those are 3, so that's the 3. 3. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 and 9. Giving me a 1-9 pair in that column, which means that if it was a 9, those would both be 1 and it's broken. So that is a 6. Oh, this 8 looks back, making that the 9. So what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That is a 7-8 pair. This 6, of course, makes this 5, which makes this 8. So this is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, there is a 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 6, 9. And that 9 makes that the 6 and that the 9. The 9 makes that the 1, which looks up, making that the 9 and that the 1. Oh, which I could have got from the modular line. This 2 and 8 looks up, making that the 5. This 2 looks across, making this 1, which does allow that to be 5 or a high digit. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but it's not 7 or 8 because of those, and it's not 9 because of that. So this is 5 or 6. Actually, this is just 5 or 6 because of the box. This 8 looks down, making that 9 and that 8. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 6, but there's a 1 here. So this is the 6 and this is the 1. I've got to put a 4 in here and it's not with 8. So this is 2, 4. The 4 here looks up, making that the 2 and that the 4. That is the 9 to complete the box. This 6 is too close to 9, so that's the 5 and that's the 6. This 1 looks down, making this the 9. I'm not very experienced at Dutch Whispers, so yeah, I believe the pack has a nice introductory flow to it. It starts with like a 6x6 and then it ramps up. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to working through the pack, but I don't have time right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 6, and these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 5 is too close to 6. This is 2, which is both 4 away and more than 4 away from 9. So this is the 5. This row is missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5 and 8. This 5 makes this the 8 and this the 5, which is all working for the modular line. The 8 looks up, making this 7 and this 8, and these are 2 and 7, and I'll use that 7 to make that 2 and that 7, and that is the correct solution to the puzzle, which has had 5 solves because this was tested. That was a really cool puzzle. I kind of lost flow in the middle there. Don't know about you, but having a very loud screamer siren go off basically just outside that door behind me was enough to kind of break flow. These are noise cancelling headphones. They don't cancel out a fire alarm, and I'm very glad for it. Thank you, rockratzero, for the puzzle. Thank you for the pack. Now, this pack was not set for my channel. Do not think that is the case at all. It was not created for me to publish. I am offering to release the pack and make it available to people. You don't have to get it through my channel. I'm hoping rockratzero releases this elsewhere. But what I am doing is I am working with rockratzero to say that anyone who contributes solves to me, whether you get the pack from me or not, as I said, each of us will contribute up to $50 each to our respective charities. Rockratzero is donating to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, which is a US-based charity, and I'm going to be donating to the Breast Cancer Network Australia. Why am I donating to an Australian charity? Because I am Australian. Rockrat will be donating to a US-based charity because he is in the US. They are in the US. Sorry, that was a they. I hate it when I get that wrong, because they are in the US. Because I have completely forgotten this has just thrown my brain out. So that's the way that's going to work. And yeah, as I said, it'll be up to $50 each that we will donate out of our own pockets. If you wish to talk to us about making an extra donation or contributing more, or if you wish, the web pages for those charities will be below if you wish to donate or anything like that. I'm more than happy to try and help people out. But yes, we just thought it would be a nice thing to do to have the community involved in supporting some charity rather than just us hoarding. Like, I'm not getting money out of this really, but yeah, I'd like to. Yeah, I just wanted to do something nice. Um, Thank you everyone for watching. Sorry, this has just completely scrambled my brain. It was like I did not need the loud siren. Thank you everyone. I hope you enjoyed the puzzle. I hope you enjoy the pack. Please engage with it. And there's a list of people who were involved in helping create the pack and promoting the pack. There are places that were on the CTC Discord server where it was arranged, the Puzzle Plaza, I believe. So yeah, please feel free to reach out to rockratzero as well. I'm pretty certain there's contact details in there. I'm just ranting at this point because my anxiety is up. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope the solve wasn't too bad. And as always, good luck with your solving.